Turning to our world lead and a story we've been covering now since the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. Nearly 5 years after the August 2021 withdrawal, thousands of Afghan allies who helped our service members in country remain stranded under Taliban rule. The Trump administration's suspension of refugee and relocation programs has stalled processing for those vetted Afghan allies and their families. A new report from Afghan EVAC, an advocacy group for those allies, lays out where the relocation effort stands and what it will take to bring those Afghans to safety. Joining us now is the president and founder of Afghan EVAC, Shawn Van Diver. Shawn, what's the big headline from your report?
Well, thanks so much for having me on today, Jake. The big headline is that we do this program well when we decide to do it well. And it got turned off in January of 2025 after the busiest year ever. 60,000 people were able to come here through the SIV program, refugee program, and broader Enduring Welcome program. And then it all got shut down, not for any particular reason other than the lack of political will. And we can turn it back on, and we need to. Otherwise, we're going to face grave danger whenever we send American service members downrange to ask for help again.
When you say turned off, you mean none of our Afghan allies that risked their lives in Afghanistan serving alongside our service members, none of them were admitted during the Trump administration's first year of the second administration?
So they admitted several during the first year. And then January 1st, 2026, they shut it all down. There's been zero Afghan SIV principal applicants admitted in 2026.
Of course, it's not just Afghans stranded in Afghanistan. Others remain stranded in Afghanistan. Others remain at this camp in Doha after being taken there by the State Department as part of the resettlement process. Many of them were scared when the bombs started flying during the Iran war. And now the State Department, we're told, plans to close that camp next month and has considered sending the evacuees to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. What's the latest on that?
Sure. Well, thank you for asking about that. To frame this up, there were about 3,500 Afghans at that camp on January 1st, 2025. A lot of the consular folks, the SIVs and others, were able to get out. Now there are 1,039 Afghans stranded there. Most of them, over 3/4 of them, are women and children, and they're all in the refugee pipeline. 150 of the people that are stuck at that camp are family members of active duty U.S. military. The State Department is running a prison camp for allies, and it doesn't have to be that way. The Trump administration decided that they didn't want to act on these folks, and they decided they were going to shut the camp down, but never came up with a plan on what to do about it. So right now, the camp is slated to close September 30th, 2026. I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that Qatar has been very gracious with these folks, and I imagine that there will be an extension. But as of right now, it's slated to close on September 30th, and they're not communicating anything to these folks, which means they're terrified. They're stuck in this limbo. There are missiles exploding overhead, and the State Department wanted to send them to the Democratic Republic of the Congo. That only got disrupted because Afghan EVAC and others raised the alarm, and journalists carried the story, and the world had a great outcry, and then there was an Ebola crisis. So that plan is dead, but they keep trying to come up with worse, or with even plans as bad as that one.
The Afghan Temporary Protected Status Act was introduced in the Senate today. It's not a pathway to citizenship, but it would protect Afghans already in the United States, keeping them from being deported. Do you think that that actually has a chance?
Jake, I got to tell you, I think it does have a chance because it's been introduced in the House by Representatives Crow, Bacon, Liccardo, and Salazar. And now today, Senators Coons, Murkowski, Cassidy, and Klobuchar introduced the Senate version. It's bipartisan, it's popular, and I got to tell you, there's a real opportunity to get this thing done. The American public supports it. We know that. And your viewers can go to afghanevac.org/TPS. Organizations can endorse it, and individuals can write their members of Congress to let them know how important this is to them. And we hope everybody will do that and go to afghanevac.org/donate to support us so we can keep doing this work.
Shawn Van Diver, thanks so much. Good to see you. Continuing in our